Hey, what's up guys? ShepDog25 here. Again, sorry if it's kind of dark in the basement again, and it's getting darker out, so I'm going to have even less light. This video is pretty much going to be my question and answer video. A couple things before I start answering these questions here. As always, I want to say go to twitter.com/ShepDog25 and follow me to keep updated on what I'm doing and participate in votes that I do from time to time. And then secondly, I've created an email solely for YouTubers. If you want to email me specifically, it's shepdog25yt@yahoo.com. So I'll put those in the sidebar. I think it's over there. Maybe it's, I don't know. I think it's over there though. And the YT is for YouTube. So yeah, shepdog25yt@yahoo.com. Alright, here's the questions here. I got them all written down real small. The first like 10 questions are from my good friend Fran. Sorry, aka the Forbidden Rebel on YouTube, which you should be subscribed to already. She asked favorite video game developer. I was looking on Wikipedia because I could not remember who developed Zelda, and then it's just said Nintendo. So I guess, yeah, they brought the great Zelda series. So that's my all-time favorite series of video games, so I guess I'd have to go with them. And more specifically, as far as the creator, Miyamoto. Absolutely love his work, just like the majority of people, I'm sure. Looks all red on the screen. I hope it's not really red. Favorite horror game? Any of the Resident Evils, but more specifically, probably Resident Evil 4 was my favorite. But I love all Resident Evil games. Favorite RPG? Since Zelda really is its own genre, it's not really classified as an RPG. Some classify as RPG, some classify as platformer. So obviously, as far as like a series in games, Zelda series is my all-time favorite. But if I had to pick a different RPG, it would be Oblivion. Favorite platformer? Super Mario Brothers. That'd be, of course, if you take out Zelda. Favorite movie of all time? I've had a lot of trouble with this one, but I've decided that oh, the red went away for some reason. Sorry. Yeah, favorite movie of all time. I've had a lot of trouble with this one, but I decided I want to go ahead and stick with one because it's a movie I love. I've seen it millions of times, and I'm never going to be tired of it. So I'd probably have to say Dawn of the Dead. And then not the 2004 one, the 1978 version of it is probably my favorite. I just love it. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely have seen it. Next question. Most recently watched movie and impression. Last one I saw was Saturday. Funny People, and I already kind of talked about it. A little disappointed, but overall it's kind of funny. Worst video game ever, Superman for the Nintendo 64. Best video game ever, Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. Game quickest to complete, TMNT for the Xbox 360. It took me 4 hours, or between 4 and 5 hours to beat. Long game that took longest to complete, and I still haven't even completed it, but it's Oblivion. But it's taken me forever, and I play it from time to time when I get the chance or feel like playing it, and I got so much to do still. It's crazy. Sorry. Ugh. It's been a long day of work. Next question. First of all, I want to say thanks, Fran, for sending those questions in. The next one, I got one question from Joe Deary14. He asks, "What's your preferred style of games, like a genre?" I had to pick. I love all kinds of games, honestly. There's not really one that I don't like. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably have to say shooters. Because if I have to go or I have to do something in a pinch, I can just pretty much kind of quit right there. RPGs tend to be a lot more involved, so you can't just up and quit. And shooter levels usually are pretty, I mean, they aren't very long, or they have checkpoints to save along the way. So, I mean, if I have to quit and I don't have a checkpoint, it's not going to bother me, because shooters aren't that hard, especially when the levels are kind of short. So that's why I prefer them, because it's something I can just quit playing if I need to. So yeah. So thank you, Joe Deary 14 for sending that in. This one's from, I know I'm going to butcher this, Shirey R. It's C-H-I-R-Y and then space capital R. Sorry if I butchered that, but first I want to say thanks for sending this question in. And it was a very good question. I was kind of blindsided by it. He asks, or she asks, I don't know, I'm sorry if I got that wrong there, but I'm going to address both sexes. Do you prefer buying a house or renting? I definitely prefer buying a house. It's nice to own the house, not worry about like leases and paying like rent. I mean, you're not just paying rent for no reason. I mean, you're building like credit, you're building your finances, and like just it's kind of like it's an accomplishment in life to own your own home. It's not to say anything bad about people who rent their apartments. I did it before. I mean, I rented for a year and a half almost, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're out on your own and you can support yourself. It's awesome. But I obviously prefer owning a house. The only thing kind of sucks is at first there's a lot of things you're like, oh, you don't really think about it, but as soon as you own a house, you need a lot more. Like, I had to buy a lawnmower, I had to buy a weed whacker. There's a bunch of various things that I've had to spend money on as soon as we moved in. Blinds. Just a ton of stuff. Stuff breaks down a lot, you got to fix it. That's the other kind of bad thing, but owning a home is definitely a lot better than renting, in my opinion. So if you can afford to do it and you're in the position, definitely buy. Look to buy, especially right now with our economy. The housing market is way low and way down, so you can get really good deals for houses now. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of make this video quick for once. The next one is from, I can't remember what my own writing, GamerFan16, I think. He or she asks, is there really a difference between Blu-ray and normal DVDs? I believe it is, because I think what you'll notice on an HD TV is that the colors are much more vibrant. The picture quality is a lot better. But if you're watching, like, say, a regular DVD on a Blu-ray player, like I do, I mean, it's not that huge of a difference because the PS3 up converts to 720. So, I mean, you're going from 720 to 1080, which you still will notice a difference. But if you're in a regular DVD player versus a Blu-ray player, you're definitely going to notice a difference. Like I said, colors are more vibrant, picture is a lot more better and crisp and clear. So yes, there's I think a very big difference. The next one is from X Brahms Fan X, I think. Sorry if I butchered that one too. He or she asks, thank you, by the way, GamerFan, for sending that question in. He or she, X Brahms Fan X, asks, favorite movies in your collection. Here's a couple I kind of just jotted down. I love all my movies individually for different reasons, except a couple that I bought that I was disappointed with that I hate. But the first one that came to my mind was Pumpkinhead, which I just got my hands on. It was one of the very first horror movies that I sat down with my dad watched when I was real little. So it has a lot of more like nostalgic and like a personal feel to the movie. 300, because I've seen it like a million times and I love it. Transformers, love it. Spider-Man 1 and 2, it's my favorite superhero. So naturally those movies mean a lot. Spider-Man 3 sucked. So Harry Potter collection because I love them all and I own all the movies to a big collection there. A Lord of the Rings collection because I watched them all a million times. And Star Wars collection because it's so big and I own them all. 30 Days a Night, Watchmen that I just added. Any of my Depp movies really, other than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory wasn't that good, but I still like it because Johnny Depp was in it. If you haven't noticed, he's my favorite actor. So it's just a few, but I love them all, honestly. So thank you for sending that question in. And then Switchfoot90 asks, what's your favorite Johnny Depp movie? I'd probably have to go with Blow. Just very impressed. He's always a very good performance. Between that and Secret Window. But he's just such a good feel. And even Donnie Brasco. I mean, all of his movies are great, but I think it'd probably have had to be between Blow, Donnie Brasco, and Secret Window. But I'd have to edge out Blow on that one. Favorite retro system? Definitely the Nintendo 64. I absolutely love that system. It's probably got my most fondest childhood memories as far as games I played, like GoldenEye, King Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball, Perfect Dark, Super Mario 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time. The list just goes on and on. 1080, snowboarding, which is a great game. I mean, I spent probably the most hours on that console out of all of them. Absolutely love it. Ooh, I'm getting 12 minutes here. What was your inspiration to collect movies? Very good question. I've always been a huge movie lover. My dad, before DVDs were out, had this massive, extensive VHS collection. He had to have had at least between 450 to 550 movies just on VHSs, and I'm sure he might have had more. He's always been a huge movie fan. We've always enjoyed movies together. My family's always been a movie family. So naturally, I love movies. I love having a big collection and a diverse collection of movies because you always have something to watch. And it's just cool. It's nice to have a collection, honestly. Some people collect, baseball cards, which I do have a collection of those, but it's at my dad's. But like some people collect stamps, coins, stuff like that. It's just DVDs and games are my collections, my two main hobbies. And movies you can get decently cheap now, so to be able to keep a collection like that growing is not a hard feat anymore. So that's why I love to do it, and that's kind of how I got inspired. So thank you for sending those questions in, Switchfoot90. And then usual questions that I want to address that I get all the time. What's your favorite current system in the next gen consoles? I don't have one. I like them all for for certain reasons. If there's one that I play more, it's the Xbox 360. Then I always get, which one should I buy? I have an Xbox. Should I buy a PS3? Or I have a PS3. Should I buy an Xbox? Or should I buy a Wii? Look, I did videos. Go to my past videos. I did a why buy a PS3, why buy an Xbox 360, and why buy a Nintendo Wii. Go watch the videos. Hopefully that'll answer all your questions because they're decently long and I try to hit every point on them. So go watch the movies or videos and see if you like it. That should answer your questions for you. And then lastly, I've had a couple, why aren't you on Xbox Live much anymore? I just don't play the Xbox right now much. I haven't had a new game, and I just haven't had much to play online in a while. So honestly, I just haven't been on. That's the reason. So anyways, that is going to do the question and answer video. Coming up on 14 minutes, I'm going to cut it short here. But thank you for your continued support as usual. I like doing question and answer videos, so please continue to send in questions, and once they build up and get to a certain amount, I'll go ahead and answer some questions for you guys here. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you to everybody again for sending in questions. It means a lot that you guys participated to one of my videos. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.